So today I want to be discussing a few things, highlights of financial intelligence, financial discipline that I want you to take notes, more like some financial tips that you should pay attention to while trying to grow your finances, right? 50% of your wealth should be in low risk investment. Now, in building an investment portfolio, you should learn diversification, right? If you say claim to a building wealth and you do not have an investment portfolio, I really don't know what you're building though, right? Building wealth, one of the major ways to build wealth is through investment. You have to be an investor. It's fine if you're not a business person. If you decide not to do business, you decide not to meddle in buying and selling, producing, providing services, producing products, that's fine. But if you must build wealth, you must be an investor. It's a must. You must be an investor. So it's either you are partly owning a company, or you are buying stocks or shares of that company, or you are borrowing money to the government, or you are buying commercial papers, you're buying treasury bills, you're into real estate. You have to be an investor. There are no two ways about it, right? But now you have to have a strategy. You don't just go and build your portfolio haphazardly. Build your portfolio such that when one is going down, if it happens, one of your product or your investment happens to have a challenge, it will not affect the whole portfolio. For example, you want to invest in real estate, you want to invest in stocks, you want to invest in you want to invest 100,000, for example. It's not really wise to invest all of that 100,000 in just real estate. My advice is you invest in stock. A part of it should go to stock, a part of it should go to fixed deposits. Now, stock is medium risk investment. Fixed deposits or certificate of deposit, it's low risk investment, or mutual fund, yes, or money market rather. They are low risk investment. Then you can now do treasury bills and all of those things. Those ones are high risk investment. So that is you splitting your investment in between three kind of risk: low risk, high risk, and medium risk. So these three balances your portfolio. If the one with low risk is in profit, your portfolio is in green. If the one with high risk is also in green, it just balances everything, and then you get it right. Then when you are planning for entrepreneurship, look for ideas that can be funded with customer advance payment. That means you do not necessarily need to have your capital to start up a business. Yes, you've heard a lot of persons say, oh, I want to start a business, but I do not have capital. I do not have capital. How about starting a business that you can get customers advance and initiate the project? Okay, for example, when I was in school, I used to make bags, right? So usually what I do is, when I try to market a particular design, I market that particular design and give sales. Like I slash the sales, maybe 10-15%, and then I get 3 to 4 persons that would ask to buy it. Then I'll ask them for prepayment. Usually not all will pay, but those who pay, I now take the money to market and buy material for all the people that I'm delivering for that week. And then I produce the bag, and usually I would even have extra material that I can even make for others. So when those other guys now pay their own, that will now be my own interest on the whole project. So with customer advance, I can make bag and deliver to others. So next, do not withdraw all your savings or borrow from bank for a new business that you have not tested. Find the MVP and start with little funds to test the market. Now, this very point is very important. A lot of persons will go and borrow large sum of money to come and start a business that they have no practical idea about. Now, there's a difference between you learnt about the business theoretically and then coming to practicalize it in the real world. I mean, in the real market. There are two different things. So you've done the research, you've seen this, you've gone there, this one, that one, you made mouth, and then you go and borrow money. Mind you. And the funniest thing is, if that business crumbles or crashes, you do not have an excuse. You're going to pay back that loan. And paying back that kind of loan can be very frustrating, because you'll be like, I'm 2-0. I didn't make it in the business, and I'm having to pay back money I did not spend. Oh yeah, it was out of your carelessness, right? So it is very wise that you take your time to what, do your research properly and start with little. There's what we call hypothesis A, hypothesis B. There's nothing wrong in doing that in a business. A very strong and intelligent mentor of mine, Mrs. Ibukun Awosika, said that in starting a business, there's nothing wrong with you starting. If it's a business that you wanted to start with 1 million, there's nothing wrong with you starting with 100,000. That allows you to learn more about the business in different phases. Because, for example, you make mistake with the first 100,000, you will learn a lesson there. You make mistake with the second 100,000, you learn a lesson. You make mistake in the third 100,000. There's no possibility that you make it up to 5 times, or even if you do, but you must have learned 5 different lessons at the end of the day. But if you put in the 1 million at once, you will fail woefully, and then the whole thought of being a failure would not allow you see the lesson in the whole scenario. So please pay attention to not borrowing money to starting a new business, especially it's a fresh idea. Do not borrow money to start it. Leverage on the previous one I said, using customer advance payments towards fund your business. So next on the list is have savings save you from toxicity. Sorry, it is easier to walk away if your next meal is not coming from the abuser. Now, excuse me, you have to have savings. There's this saying that now money where you save go save you. That's is the money you save that will save you in the rainy day, right? And then I've also heard people say, why save for the rainy day? Why not save for people? Yeah, it's fine to have purpose for your savings. Very important. One of my videos I spoke about types of savings. Yes, it's very important you have purpose for your savings. That helps you be focused and maximize the effect of that savings, right? So savings save you from having a toxic life, right? If you have an emergency, your emergency savings settles that. You have an investment need, your investment savings settles that. You have a consumption need, your consumption savings what settles that. If your next meal is coming from the one who abuse you, that you have to imagine you have to go and beg or borrow money to eat your next meal, that meal is not going to go down well. Yes, it's not going to go down well. So it's very important that you save money. So you're truly ready for retirement when you have zero debt and at least 25 times your annual living expenses in liquid assets. Now this one, retirement is a big deal. Is a big deal. Now we have different financial lifestyle. Yep, we have different financial lifestyle, and of course what I do is I coach you on building a financial lifestyle that matches your present level, right? Your resources should be able to fund your financial lifestyle and have residual income. Residual, I mean that you can invest, that you can give out, that you can, yes, fall back to in cases of emergency. Now you are living a lifestyle that is worth 10 million and your net worth is actually maybe 5 or 7 million naira. You're in debt. You're in futuristic debt. Like, yeah, you might never come out if you do not wake up to reality, right? Very important that you live a lifestyle that is matching your present financial style. I don't mean equal, that matches. Yes, that matches it, because you'll be retiring, and to retire you need to have 25% of that your annual lifestyle expenses. Now let's say in a year you spend 10 million naira. That means for you to retire conveniently and successfully, you need to have 25% of 10 million naira for the next 3 to 4, 5 years. Do you understand? Do we understand? So very important, so you can retire conveniently and you do not retire into sickness, frustration and worry. It is okay to spend money on things that you like, as long as you factored it into your budget. So the saying of you buy this, you're what, you're frugal, you're what, you're this is no. It's okay to buy, to go on vacation if that's what makes you happy, if that's what keeps you activated, active on working and all of those things. Very okay, but you have to factor it into your budget. Don't just wake up one day and then you are going on a trip that you did not plan for financially and all of those things. That is doom about to hit you.